If you want to double your child's English grades at school, then there's one strategy you must know, and this strategy is called modeling. Because the truth is, I've worked with thousands of students over the last few years, helping them improve their writing skills. And what I've noticed is that students take one of two approaches. One approach is when they're learning a new style of writing, essay writing, story writing, or something else. They try and come up with it themselves. They don't want to learn too much from other people. They don't want to be seen copying from other people or modeling from other people too much. And so they decide to try and come up with it on their own. On the other hand, we have students who say, look, I'm learning something new. I don't know how to write an essay. I don't know how to write a story. I really want to see a perfect example. I want to model it. I want to understand it in as much detail as possible. How did they structure it? Why did they do things in a certain way? How can I bring that back into my own writing? And initially, their writing is modeled quite closely off the model example. And then over time, they add their own creativity and flair and their own touch to the writing as well. And obviously, if I ask you which approach works better, coming up with things on your own or learning from someone who's already done it perfectly and modeling their approach and then adding our own creativity on top, of course, it's this approach over here. It's looking at a model example, understanding it very closely, picking out the best parts, learning from it, and incorporating it into our own writing. Now, this is something which a lot of students, they feel a little bit bad about doing. Teachers, they feel like they wouldn't want to encourage this type of learning. But the truth is, for any skill in life, whether it's writing, whether it's reading, whether it's learning the piano, whether it's playing basketball, the fastest and most efficient approach to learn the skill is find someone who already has that skill, understand how do they do it initially, model it quite closely, and then over time add our own spin to it. And so if you want to double your child's English grades in school, what I'd recommend is find a model example for the types of writing that they have to do. Get your child and work with them to dissect that example very closely, take the best bits out, model it closely in your child's writing, and they're going to see an immediate improvement, and they're going to find it a lot easier as well.